Hey guys, welcome to another C² scent review. Today we are going to do a video of clones versus the real thing. So clones are a big, thing.
We can make a separate video on should you buy them or should you not.
Right, but clones are pretty big in the community, and just as anything, everybody wants to save a buck. To try to save extra money when buying fragrances because, well, they may not be able to drop $100 or more on a bottle of fragrance. So they may resort to an alternative that smells the same. And that doesn't always hold true. So
should we start with
today we're going to go ahead and we're going to show you one of the most cloned fragrances, not the most cloned, but definitely one of the most. Dior Sauvage.
This gets cloned a lot.
This is the EDT version of it. It is authentic. It is real. Christian Dior. All your good information on the bottom. This is the 6.8 ounce. Here's how you can tell if it's a legitimate bottle of Dior Sauvage. I don't know if you can see it, but there's the little, emblem inside of the cap. So if it's got that in there, and also it's magnetic, and the real cap is metal. It's not plastic. So
this is plastic. This is the fake one. It's still magnetic, but it's still fake.
Here's how you can tell.
Look at the lettering.
Look at the lettering, one versus the other. Okay, and you'll see there's a distinct difference on this bottle than the original.
Because it has the bug in it. This one has the bug in it, but it's not as textured as that one.
Right. This one has texture to it. It actually is kind of almost like an embossed.
And if you look at the cap a little, it's cracked.
Right.
I don't think that one cracks.
Metal is not cracking. So yeah.
And they don't even smell the same.
Yeah, the smell and the scent is. We'll get to that in the video.
Yeah.
So.
But
first things first, we are going to show you a clone from the House of Armaf, Ventana. So this
pretty good.
is a pretty close clone, and we'll go ahead and spray the tester with it, and we'll compare it to the original. It's got a decent atomizer. It's the bottle obviously is clearly not the same. Totally different.
It smells like it.
It does. It definitely comes across as Sauvage when it opens up.
And another thing, from the fakes and the real, the atomizer in this is so
the atomizer
distinct.
obviously
You know what it is.
Right. The atomizer is definitely.
Should I spray it in the camera?
Yeah, do it on the camera. Is a lot better of an atomizer.
Look at that.
That mist is compared to the clones is totally night and day. So that's another way you can tell that when you're buying a fake that
here's
it's
the
something
Ventana.
to look for. Yeah.
And here's the real.
Yeah, I mean they definitely have the same opening.
But this one's more punchier than Ventana.
Right, it's obviously the EDT and Ambroxan bomb that you get.
I accidentally got some on my finger, so it's probably gonna last all night now.
So yeah, that's one thing Sauvage is known for.
I used to wear that as a kid to school.
Right.
Well, I still have a can, but
it's definitely an Ambroxan bomb though, and that's what you'll hear on all of them. So the next one we have up is Armaf Sauville.
But
not Sauvage, but Sauville.
We sprayed this before.
Yeah, we've smelled this one before. We've obviously smelled all of our fragrances, but in terms of the comparison, we'll go ahead and get into that. So we're gonna test this one out.
No.
So let's just compare it to the opening. No. Very citrus heavy.
Doesn't even smell like Sauvage.
Has no, in my opinion, no remnants to Sauvage at all. There's the opening is not Sauvage. Maybe later on in the dry down, as it dries down into its mids and all that, it might get to it, but definitely not on the opening, like Ventana is. So.
Okay, next one. The Pride Armaf. We heard this smells like it.
Yeah, so we pulled the trigger, we bought it, and the atomizer on this one was a little gunky.
But he fixed it.
I had fixed it. Luckily, just
kind of
turned a little bit different inside of it. So this one has more of the Sauvage opening.
Yeah, which has
sure.
more, Ventana?
I think,
or the Pride.
I'm going with definitely with
Ventana.
Ventana. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, like you definitely get the opening of Sauvage and it's there, but it's not the Embroxen and you know, punchy, peppery opening of Sauvage. So it works if you want to.
Gets the job done.
If you want to know a cheap alternative, honestly, I would say I think we paid somewhere in the range of like $20-$30 for this one. So it's not terrible, but again, you know,
get what you pay for.
I personally say if you're gonna buy a fragrance and
at least buy the real first.
Right, buy the real. If you have a cheaper alternative available, yeah, this will get the job done, but it's not going to perform like Sauvage.
We haven't bought the
real Christian Dior.
We haven't bought the real Aventus yet, but we're.
Yeah, the Aventus is it's a bit pricey.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's not going to be anything coming down in price on those. It's going to take a little while for those to happen, but at any rate, we'll eventually get there. We'll find a decant or a bottle or something, and then we'll go from there. So, but for right now, this is your best bet for a Dior Sauvage cologne. Like I said, you can pick it up on fragrance discounters all over the internet, so they're all there and all available. But otherwise, yeah, that's our take.
Sorry.
Oh, and here let's just give you this cheap knockoff.
Like
the spacing in between the A and the G versus the real bottle.
And if you're wondering why it looks like somebody wore it, it's because.
Yeah, and look at the cheap. Okay, look at the neck on this thing.
Yeah, that's not supposed to be like that.
That's crap. It's very cheaply put together. The Christian Dior stamp on the top is garbage. It's got a very, puffless atomizer. It's more of a fruity, like...
Yeah, it doesn't smell
I don't
so
know.
much.
And this may not even be, safe for your skin, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we got this one on eBay, and it was definitely...
We thought it was a good deal.
Definitely a fake. So the other thing to note, if you buy a real bottle of Christian Dior, as you can see on the bottom of the other one...
It has a little thing wrapping around it.
It's stamped around it. You'll get your batch code and your scent concentration.
That's the
this
fake.
one is the fake. And as you can see, it just has the CD logo. So they did a good job on the bottle. They definitely brought us the Christian Dior bottle, but you definitely don't have everything else you need. So,
Nope.
All right, guys, stay
But
small
the
and
one
fresh.
we recommend?
Oh, sorry.
Ventana.
Yes.
If you
if you want a cheap alternative, Ventana. It doesn't have
5 hours.
Right. I'd say probably a good 4 or 5 hours.
Punches strong in the second hour.
The opening.
Hour.
Right, and the opening's
just
good.
becomes a skin scent near the day.
Right. So.
But I mean, what can you expect from a cheap one?
That's true. I mean, you pay 25, 30 bucks for a fragrance. They don't sell Sauvage Dior or Dior Sauvage for $25 because you're not gonna get the same performance. So, but yeah. So, all right, guys, stay smelling fresh.
Stay fresh.
And we will see you on the next one.
See you next time.